Right friends, welcome back to first capsule for 28th week, and last week we deliberated in detail about the Prime Minister's visit to 4 African nations, that is Mozambique, South Africa, Tanzania and Kenya, and 2 modules were presented last week, and we are going to present 2 more modules this week. One is on visit to South Africa and the second one is on visit to Tanzania and Kenya. And now if you look at the Prime Minister's visit to South Africa, South Africa is important because of several reasons. It is one of the countries in G20 nations. G20 has got 20 countries, that means 19 countries and European Union, and South Africa is one of the members, and BRICS grouping, South Africa is a member of 5 nation BRICS grouping. Not only that, it is one of the country of a basic group. You may not be aware about basic group. This basic group was formed before Copenhagen Climate Summit or COP15 summit in 2009, basically to fight climate change issues. That means to represent the case of developing countries, and South Africa is one of the countries of basic group. Similarly, South Africa is one of the countries of IPSA Dialogue Forum, that means to discuss about the development patterns in 3 separate continents. Brazil is representing South America, South Africa is representing African continent, and India is representing Asia. So, to know about the development patterns, this IPSA forum was also started long back. So, South Africa is very important. It is the country which has got membership in all these forums, that means the G20, BRICS group, basic countries and IPSA. And at the same time, the similarities don't forget. Mahatma Gandhi is the stalwart in India, and at the same time Nelson Mandela has got the same status in South Africa just like Mahatma Gandhi in India. And Nelson Mandela fought for racism for long time against the oppression of the majority blacks by the white people. And please look into the slide. This is South Africa, and if you look at the geographical and demographic features of South Africa, capital is Pretoria. Then please look into the slide. This is Pretoria, this is the capital, and currency is South African Rand. Population is around 5.5 crore or 55 million. Human Development Index is a medium category with 0.666. Nominal GDP is around $326 billion. And here the black population is around 80% and whites are 8%. And white people ruled the country with suppression of black people for quite a long period, and several people including Nelson Mandela fought oppression of the blacks by the whites. Then it is at the southernmost tip of the African continent, and the interesting point is this country has got coastline both towards Indian Ocean and Atlantic Ocean. Please look into the slide. And it is multi-ethnic society and 11 official languages are there. It got independence from United Kingdom by becoming republic in 1961, but apartheid continued for almost the next 30 years. And if you look at the aspects when Prime Minister visited South Africa, 4 MOUs or agreements were signed. They pertain to tourism, grassroots innovation in science and technology, and on information and communication technology, on program of cooperation in arts and culture. And India thanked South Africa for its support with respect to the India's membership in 48 nation nuclear suppliers group. And both the countries agreed to cooperate to combat terrorism both regionally and globally, and the Prime Minister projected India as an attractive destination for defense manufacturing. And overall, the important deliberations are centered around discussions on reforms in United Nations Security Council and deliberations on BRICS Summit. BRICS Summit is going to be held in Goa this year. And then IPSA, as I have already told you, IPSA is important. If you look at the development patterns of these 3 countries spread across 3 continents, then joint commission to focus on agriculture, mining, renewable energy and technology. And at the same time, both the countries discussed about adoption of India sponsored convention on international terrorism at the United Nations. Right? United Nations is yet to define terrorism. That is the unfortunate aspect. And if you look at other important aspects, Prime Minister addressed 11,000 strong Indian diaspora in Johannesburg, and three important aspects are there as far as this country and Mahatma Gandhi are concerned. First and the foremost is, please look into this slide, Constitution Hill in Johannesburg. Please look into this location. This Constitution Hill is located in Johannesburg, where Mahatma Gandhi was jailed for resisting racism and apartheid in the year 1906. In the year 1906, Mahatma Gandhi was jailed for fighting apartheid and racism, and this is located in Johannesburg. Our Prime Minister visited Constitution Hill located in Johannesburg. Second important aspect is, the Prime Minister travelled from Pentridge railway station to Pietermaritzburg railway station by train. Please look into the slide. This is from Pentridge to Pietermaritzburg, and Pietermaritzburg is the station where Mahatma Gandhi was offloaded from the train because he was black and travelling in the compartment reserved for whites. And he was offloaded from the compartment at the Pietermaritzburg railway station on June 7, 1893. And now the Prime Minister travelled by train from Pentridge to Pietermaritzburg, and at Pietermaritzburg, the Prime Minister inaugurated the birthplace of Satyagraha Museum. Please look into the slide. The Prime Minister inaugurated this museum at the station waiting room where Mahatma Gandhi spent the freezing night. And another important aspect as far as Mahatma Gandhi is concerned is, that is Phoenix settlement. Please look into the slide. This is nearer to Durban, and the Prime Minister visited the Phoenix settlement, and this Phoenix settlement is very important because Mahatma Gandhi established community living system based on self-reliance at this Phoenix settlement. So these three are very important when you look at the visit of the Prime Minister to South Africa, that is the Constitution Hill, then Pietermaritzburg railway station and Phoenix settlement. And the Prime Minister finally interacted with the Indian diaspora at Durban, right? So these are the important aspects of Prime Minister's visit to South Africa, and please do join for capsule number 2. We are going to deliberate on the visits to Tanzania and Kenya. Right friends, have a nice day. Thank you.